Is indexed universal life too expensive for your clients? I don't know. If you Google indexed universal life, you probably don't have to look too far before you can find an article saying that indexed universal life is too expensive and it's not a good place for your clients to put their money. These articles are typically written by somebody not really associated with the life insurance industry, but nonetheless, I'm not really on this video necessarily going to agree or disagree with any particular article or any particular thought process. What I want to give you is maybe 3 things to consider when considering for your particular clients and what they want to accomplish, whether or not indexed universal life is too expensive and not a good place to put their money. First thing to think about is time horizon. So some of the expenses within an indexed universal life policy are higher at the beginning of the policy, and some expenses are also fixed expenses. And what that means is that the longer your life insurance policy is in force and accumulates cash value, the less the expense becomes as a percentage of the value within the policy. So just to sum it up, if I have my policy for 5 years, then the expenses as a percentage of the value within the policy might be very high. If I have my policy for 20, 25, 30 years, then the expenses as a percentage of the overall value within the policy would be much lower and very favorable on a comparison basis. The second thing that I would think about is what are those expenses actually paying for? And with indexed universal life, it is life insurance. It should be sold as life insurance, and the most valuable part of any life insurance policy is the death benefit. Part of the expenses of an indexed universal life policy provide a death benefit to the client that is an asset that they own from day one of the policy that is worth far more than what they have paid for it. So it might be an extra expense, but that expense carries a significant amount of value with it. Third thing I think about is taxes, and what you're using this for and how taxes will affect that. And with life insurance, I fund the premiums with after-tax dollars, meaning those dollars have already been taxed. And then as I put those premium dollars into the life insurance policy, and those are credited interest, over time, those premium dollars grow into a much larger amount with no taxes paid as the policy grows. And then as I take income out of the policy, hopefully designed correctly, I will take much more income out of the policy than I ever put into the policy. And I do not pay any taxes on that income coming out. And then whatever death benefit is left over it is passed on tax-free to my beneficiaries. So the significant value of the policy is much later on when I take much more income out of the policy than I get out of it, and the death benefit that's passed on to my beneficiaries, and no taxes are paid on that. So maybe a significant cost or lack thereof that is associated with indexed universal life is that there's no taxes paid when the policy's value is at its highest and when you're getting the most out of the contract. So 3 things to think about, and I'll wrap up with this. Any indexed universal life policy can actually be designed in a way that for that particular contract minimizes the costs associated with that particular contract. So if you'd like to see a sample illustration of how we design those policies here at Financial Brokerage, just shoot me a quick email. I'd be happy to send you a sample.